Well, hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Divine Panther Presents. We're taking a cruise through Tubi as we talk about Adopted 2, the sequel for some reason. And how's it compared to part 1? Part 1 was better. I'm just gonna say that right now. But anyway, we're gonna get into part 2. Jamani said he was David, let's do it. I said, all right, Jamani, let's do it. Why is Chucky behind me? We'll talk about all that. But anyway, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, please like on the video, watch the video till the end. Will help with the algorithm and the like kind of stuff. Listen to the intro. Let's do it. Oh, wait. I gotta do it now. Wait. This is gonna be funny. Wait. You ready? I gotta do it.
This is awesome. This is amazing. I love it.
It was psychological, it was emotional, extremely entertaining.
But as always, as we try to say here, as we said, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. And as we talk about this video, please like on the video and comment on the video, and we will get back to you as soon as possible. All right, Dylan. What's his little boy's name? Besides the devil. No. What's his boy's name, Jamani? Dylan is back. Ching. Now he got a shotgun. Like he stepped it up. It's taller than he is. But anyway.
I love that part of it. I love that.
Come on. All right, Jamani. This
I'm like, you see these characters in these movies all the time, and they act like there's no recall or
kickback for a weapon.
Yeah. And I'm like, every single time he let off, he ended up flat on his ass, and I just thought it was funny.
And he wasn't in any pain. He was just kind of like, "Oh, let me get up." And I was
I got it. He's like, "Come on, let's." Because anyway, Jamani, what did you like about this movie? I got some positives. Please, so what please?
Yeah. The beginning, you know how he did. What do you call it? Was it an institution or whatever he was?
Asylum is fine. Institution, asylum is fine.
Yeah. That whole breakout and everything like that, I thought that was cool. Once he got acclimated, and then the stuff that he had with the adoptive aunt, I thought that was funny. That's what made me really want to watch it. Was in the trailer? Was the her calling him a lookalike little girl or whatever? And I was like, yeah, that's kind of what I thought when I saw the first movie. I initially thought it was a little girl, and it was.
You thought he was pretty?
No, because I'm like. I'd watched Orphan and stuff, and I just thought, oh, it was just a Tubi version of Orphan, but no, it was a boy. So, but yeah, if you just look at the original, the first adopted poster, I thought it looked like a girl. So yeah, I thought it was.
And then there was a little girl in it. I thought there was gonna be a teen. All right,
they did look alike. The little girl and him, they look like they
right. I was like, oh shit, this is your secret sister. And now it's like now it's two of us. I was like, see, that's anyway. So I thought okay. Anything else? Positive.
Yeah, I'm like, they just need to. I see where they're going with this. This is like every year. I guess they couldn't really pull it out or turn it around that quick in 1 year, but. Next year, hopefully they will get it right for the third one. I'm like, this wasn't even, like full length movie length. It was like an hour and change. It was like you could have added a lot more and fleshed it out a little bit more. But do CGI or something, make him, you can make him or film the movies in advance. Just do like a bunch of them in 1 year and release them every year. Because I'm like, this is an actual little kid, and how long can you
grow? He will grow. So
yeah. So I'm like, how long are you gonna do this for? You gotta milk it for you got get the rights to his likeness and do some CGI.
AI his ass. Yeah. Be like, there you go.
Yeah, but I thought it was good to keep the franchise alive. It was good enough, just good enough to keep the franchise alive. And I liked the fact that they brought back the certain scenes from the last movie. A lot of times they do that. It doesn't really work, but I thought it worked when they did it with this one.
I agree. They are filming part 3 of Adopted, and they can never catch this little badass. I was like, he is the devil. When I was saying on many levels. Kim, what did you like about this movie? You can say nothing. It's fine.
Nothing.
But...
I mean, it was
really
ridiculous to me. The movie was ridiculous. I was like, The beginning,
but wasn't that funny?
You like the beginning? I was like, the beginning is so fake. It was ridiculous. I was like, this little boy knocked this grown man out and then starts a fire and just tippy toes out the whole daggone plate. Come on now. I was like, no, this is ridiculous. And then they just kept the ridiculousness going. I was like, this whole movie was ridiculous. And so the only thing that I could say positively, the dad is very handsome. The mom was beautiful. And the little boy is adorable. He's very cute, but he is the spawn of the devil in this movie. Not the actor. He's his actor. Yes. The character, yes, is the spawn of the devil. So that's the only positives I have. Beautiful family. Other than that, this is ridiculous. No. Yeah.
All right, so I got positives. Positives.
Good. Okay.
I do. And I agree with Jamani on every point. I thought the asylum scene should have been the movie. It was if they should have flushed that out of him, getting integrated, getting bullied, slowly killing everyone that comes in his path, like kind of clearing out the kids, and they can't figure out what's happening and shit. And then ultimately he's like, I got to get up out of here. And then he breaks out like that. And the whole building burning down behind him would have been an awesome ending to that movie. So, because so I felt like that was too short, and it should have been the movie, because once you start the family story again, it's repetitive. And then I'm like, and then even that being said, I did love, as Jamani pointed out, this was the first movie I watched that made such an effort to tie up the plot holes in the first one. And I really like that, even though the story was completely unrealistic, that this boy turned into Neo from the Matrix and like avoided all the bullets that were being fired directly at him, but then stopped so he could be arrested. I was like, what? Then he shoots the cop, arm sling, I guess, because he's completely fine, but he's having nightmares, right? Like he wakes up in cold sweats. But then he and his partner are joking about the shit. It takes his captain to be like, you need to take this seriously and find that little monster. I guess, Captain, I guess. Anyway, I got to go back to my nightmares. I was like, what? No.
When you watch the credits at the end, it all makes sense. I was like, the credits are only two people. It's just Chris Stokes and Marcus Houston. Yeah, and I was like, that's why Marcus Houston has so much playing his, screen time in this movie, is because he's in it. He's like a producer, or this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you add nothing to the story of this movie.
Yes. This is a family. Like his whole family would participate in this movie. I like when they showed the past and how he became unhinged. Yes, the past does affect the present when it comes to trauma, and we will get to that when we talk about the next movie. But this was far more relevant. Like, we will talk about how the handyman made no damn sense, even though I liked the beginning, had nothing to do with the rest of it. But this tied one to the other. There was a cause and effect. And in fact, they did such a good job of tying up the first movie. You didn't even need to see the first movie. You could just watch this movie and be like, this poor boy was systematically abused by his parents. Therefore, he went crazy at some point, killed some other people, I guess. And then now he's in an asylum, and now he's going on to a new family. And it would have worked out. The only short of, he missed all the bullets. I got shot, but then the family conveniently moves away. They move to out of country. They don't want to be seen again. It ties it up. But then he said, I'm coming to finish the job, and he never goes back to finish the job. Like, I thought the last scene was him coming to see that young lady at her house. That's what I thought that was going to be, to tie this back to the beginning. So that's probably the biggest plot hole for me, because they spent a lot of time on that. So I thought he was gonna be like, hey bitch, I wasn't lying, cha 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 cha, and then he just walks away, and then like that didn't happen. No, maybe that's part 3. Maybe that's
part 3. He got to come back for that little boy who was whipping his ass.
No,
this one.
Yo, this movie was boring as fuck, Tracy. Like, you got to admit that they did nothing. Like, that little boy was okay. Wait a minute. I thought that he was going to kill that other kid. It was going to be 2 boys that they were friends with, but he was an orphan. He didn't have anyone. He sees the family and he's like, I can take out one of these kids, and he kills the one and then takes his place. That's what I thought, to kind of get the killing started. That's how I thought they were going to do this. But the boy conveniently dies, which is terrible. And then he just moved. So wait a minute. You burn down an asylum, then you just walk to another orphanage. It's like, hey, my name is Thomas, and I need a home. They're like, yeah, sure, come on board. We'll put you in another house. No fingerprint, no background check, no nothing. And then how's he always find these families that are like, hello, son, here's your room, here's your car, here's your college degree, and just come on in. Come on in. It's fine. And he's like, mommy, can I call you mommy? I was like, what the fuck? Did we just do this? We just did this.
Well, if you were ever, well, okay, I've been a foster kid, so you do. If you've ever been, I've never been. Was only with one family, but other people that I know that were in an orphanage, they sometimes go to different foster homes. So you do have to start all over again. You do have to ask, can I call you mom? Can I call you dad? These are questions that every foster kid has to ask at each family, because some of those families are like, I'm not your mother and I'm not your father. Don't call me that. Right? I mean,
the process, it was day one. It's like, I'm not like, it's like, at least I think in the first, they still made an effort to be like, hello, how are you? Like, it takes time to get there.
Everything takes time, but not in adopted one or two. No.
That's
it's immediate. Everything.
That's what I'm saying. It's like immediate. He's like, mommy, and she's like, my son, and let's play.
I don't know anything about I haven't been adopted or know adopted people or whatever, right? But I have watched Different Strokes, right? And they started off by calling him Mr. Drummond, and then like 4 or 5 seasons into it, then they said dad.
Exactly.
And hey, wait a minute, you got to take it back to the other OG, the other midget that made the 80s, Webster. Because he was like, Mom and George, why do you call me George? It's kind of like dad. And I was like, but like it took time. But anyway, and also didn't their mama work for Mr. Drummond? Like, wasn't she like the maid or some shit?
Yeah.
Why he adopted them in the first place?
And then she died. Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm sorry. No, this question. I haven't seen. I got this. I haven't seen part 1 because he's a kid under 5 foot whooping grown people's asses. like I think I texted Kim. I was like, in the end, it was child versus child, because that little boy too was like, I got this, dad. Hold my beer, and he was like, whop. I was like, oh shit. He should have beat him to death. Yeah. He should have beat that kid to death, and then he becomes the killer, because he's like, I just killed a man with my bare hands. I'm like, that's what I thought. And I was like, and this is done. But no, he's like, I just escaped because nobody can see.
The cops came in and stopped basically the beating to death, and that kid just ran out, ran to
like a ninja. He took on his heels. He was like, whoosh. He's like, I can't. He's Predator. Once he puts on the suit, you can't see him. He can't be stopped. Also, as we were talking about, the funniest shit I have ever seen has to be that shotgun. Yo, this made the movie for me, because wait a minute, a responsible adult puts a fully loaded shotgun in arm's reach of a child.
David, that was the part that got me. I was like, look, okay, this is extremely unrealistic. He had that household had 2 children in it previously, right? You mean to tell me that a gun that's loaded is somewhere where they can actually reach it? Like, they weren't little kids. These were like taller kids. Yes. So I was like, this is ridiculous. Yes. But they had to do it this way, because how do you make this real? Like, come on, the kid is going to start finding the shells and put them in there. No, they have to make it where it's already loaded and he was able to get to it and then shoot people. And then, I don't know if any of you guys have ever shot anything, but when the power of a rifle is gonna throw you across the room, it may even break your shoulder.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me he did this 3 times and his shoulder is still intact? And he's like 5 feet? Come on.
He's a beast. Like, if he would have said, my dad, when he was not beating me, he took me to the gun range and he taught me how to do, like, I would have, like, I would see some flashbacks of that. But to Giovanni's point, they made an effort of being like, that kickback is going to be some real shit. Because that was cartoonish for him to be like, Wait, hold up. Stand right there, adult, so I can do this one more time. Pow! Oh shit!
I want to see how they did it. Was there a rope tied around this young man and they
Yo,
just yanked on?
yo, he was like, and then again, adults were like, "Are you ready? Are we good? You okay? Okay."
Yeah.
But like you said, Jamani, that auntie was fucking hilarious, and I was like, he's going to skin her. Like, you start calling me a little girl. I was like, I thought she was gonna he was gonna tie her up like Dexter style and being like, "Oh, I'm gonna take my time with you, bitch," and be like, I seriously, I thought it was gonna be parts of her around the house. But when he hit her, wait a minute. Then they call the cop. She wakes up from a coma. Calls the cops.
She doesn't call 911. She calls the actual police department. Where you get a detective, and then the detective's like, "This don't sound real."
Wait, what street are you on? Elm Street. She was like, "I ain't got time for this." Click. I ain't got time. Like that is a civil suit right there. Because once I tell the press that I called the cops on this killer and they laughed at me, which is how I got shot and my rest of my family got killed. I'm like, lawsuit. It was insane. I mean, Tyler Perry could never do this, which is sad to say the least. Chris Stokes, I like how they have to at least 3 parts to finish up where each movie left off versus Tyler Perry. I cannot believe this is gonna be a trilogy. Like, he has to come up against his own, like we talked about, the little girl counterpart, where it's like it's him and her. It's like, I'm running this house, bitch, and he's like, what? And it just, I want to shit. Oh, what was it? Oh, this is almost every action movie, but like, they both got knives, and they're just like, and it's like, who's the better fighter? It's gonna be like John Wick versus another woman. He's like, shit. And it's just him. He's like, this is my house. And then somehow the family loves him to death. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm like, the first movie had many different things that this one didn't have. It had a love interest, the first one. And it had the I hate little sisters thing or whatever. So I'm like, you need to bring more of that back for the next one or whatever.
Yeah, I got tired. Okay, once again, most of the movie was happy-go-lucky family bullshit, and I'm like, this is not what I tuned in for. Like, we need to get, again, if he was like killing neighbors, the other movie he was killing neighbors and that kind of stuff, so the family didn't know about it. So you're kind of building the tension with his like evil, like murdering ways, and it's like they shoved all that into the last 3 minutes of the movie. And I'm like, with the shotgun rampage, and I'm like, that's silly. Like, he took down the aunt, but and that was hilarious, but that was like really, really quick.
It was more believable than the first movie when he was chasing the father around the house and the father couldn't do nothing with him.
But no. This, I mean, as I feel like this is appropriate. Like, it's like Chucky. The fucker is like this big. Just kick him. Like, it's not that hard. Like, how are you getting your ass whooped by a kid? And again, it took the son to be like, move, dad. What? And then he was handling them like pretty well. And then the grown man is on the ground crawling away from the toddler who's like, oh my God, I gotta get away. Just grab his legs and swing him around a couple of times, and then the movie's over. You know what I'm saying? But like, show me the superpower. He's like, woo, and it's like he turns into a grown person. You can't see him. Like, he just hides in the background. Like, show me that. Wait a minute.
Like the orphan, he's a midget.
Yeah, I need to know. I need to know he's actually 25 years old. He just looks like a 7-year-old. Like that. That would be a great. Terry actually just saw the dramatic version of the woman, the young lady in the wheelchair shit. So like, and I was like, that would make a better story. That somehow he's a grown man. He just looks like a child. In this movie, he had the social worker with him. How in the hell he blew up the fucking facility and she didn't recognize who Dylan was? Well, again, the social worker was at the new foster home. That they want you to believe that he left that facility, walked to another foster home or company or some shit, and just gave himself up and was like, but what about the cop who got shot by this little murderer and did not put no APB to be on the lookout for this? Right, like this Michael Myers recreation, like, is the one you need to watch out for. That's what this reminds me of, Halloween. Like, you cannot stop this killer. Like, he just keeps on coming. So this has that old 80s vibe to it.
And then how come when he ran at the very end of the movie, he has no blood on him, nothing.
Yeah.
But he's shooting all these people. He runs out the house. He gets away and he goes to, I don't even know who these people are.
It doesn't
But they
matter.
take him in. There's no blood on you? Like,
He's
what?
fine. He's fine. He cleaned up. This ain't his first time. Like, he got a whole plastic room. Like, he's like, I clean my shit up. Like, he got the Dexter kit. He's like, I watch TV. I watch TV. I know how this works. Yeah. He beat him with no bruises on his face. Exactly. Like, I don't know how he does it. But next part 3.
Well, I thought he did have some sort of bruises because he said like my family was in a car accident and all this other type of stuff, and that's why I need to use your phone and come in and all that stuff.
So yeah. So you're right. He should have had bruises. He just walks into this home. They just take him in. He should just pulled out a knife and killed the family and be like, I need some money. I need a car because he can drive now. And then you just see him like driving away, like sitting on some books or something. And he just like, I gotta get from point A to point B. I gotta get out of town. Like that would have made sense because them ending with him just closing the door. Like, yeah, that's why I want. I want him to kill the family.
We gotta find out why does he only go to black families?
I mean, let's say minorities. You mean like from an adopted standpoint?
Yeah, adopted.
No, he's talking when he because he looked kind of light skinned. I guess they just assumed that he may have some black in him, so they're like, I need to put you with somebody that kind of looks like you, I guess. But then he found so white people are smart. They're like, this boy's a killer. Like something about him says murderer. But I don't know. Also, you just move on from a child. I don't have any kids, but like if my kid died, I wouldn't be like, let's just get another one. It's fine. You know,
you'd be surprised how many people do that, and they do it. It's kind of like the way, and I know I'm not trying to compare dogs and or cats and children, but I'm saying people do stuff like that. Like it doesn't mean they didn't love their child, right? It does, but it's like a hole in your heart that you need to fill it, right? So you think by getting another child that hole will be filled, and it doesn't. You know, sometimes people start to resent the new child. Right? Because it's like, you're not my baby. You didn't come out, that kind of thing. And then they have to end up sending the child back before they can actually adopt the child. Right? So that happens. But the same thing like with dogs. When the one dog dies, the next week you got a new dog. And it's like, wow, could you replace the dog that quick? Wow. But, I'm just saying, people, it all depends on the person, I think.
It just doesn't mesh when you're like, I have a sealed off shrine to the other child. Yeah. And then, hey, let's get another one and put him in another room.
Because we got an infinite number of rooms. Like we have, like it's just anyway. Part 3 could be him having a twin doing this as well, and they got to put the 2 different foster homes. So you can find out he had a brother or something.
Like the little girl that was his sister, he didn't kill her. So she could still be out there.
From the first one. Yeah, she still could be in play. So he somehow he runs back into her. I wouldn't say white. They look Latino to me. But anyway,
they look Latino. Like the mom and the dad, the actual parents, they are Latino.
Well, the one that
hear it the way they sound.
Well, I said the one that he walked into, like at the end, I didn't take him for a white family. I mean, it doesn't matter.
No, they were Latino, but his original family, the one also, with that, they're Latino.
Yeah. So like, I don't know why he's gonna end up being adopted by black people. I mean, so this is all weird. But you shouldn't have to see color with color.
And I'm like, so the first movie, they addressed the like the flashback with the legs and everything. This new family never saw his legs.
Well, he healed at this point. I think that was the whole point. I think the first movie they were trying to say that those like fresh wounds, so they would still be there. But yeah, I guess even then it was weird that they never they never saw him with his clothes off. Like he just comes fully dressed all the time, and it's like he don't get in the pool or nothing. Like he didn't get in the pool in this one. Remember, like that was like if he ever gonna swim or go to the beach or he's like no, I'm fully dressed head to toe all year round. So like you don't get to see my body. So they did a better job to kind of get those kind of things, because they're trying to tie like his abuse was like driving him to do certain things. So there was this one. They were just they just wanted you to acknowledge, like if you didn't see the first one, we're just trying to wrap this up. So when he starts hurting people, you kind of know why. I guess. No, he should have had more. It should have been more killing more throughout the movie. It was boring for the most part. and the mom was way over the top with the whole like it's like she never had a child before, which makes far more sense. And now she's like putting everything into this adopted child because maybe IVF they couldn't have a child, so this is the only thing.
Why
and then
is she talking to her real children, her naturally born children, like they are adopted? As long as you're here, you will be loved. I'm like, where are her natural born children going?
That's true.
I mean, I think that she's meaning like wherever she is, she'll be loved. Like wherever she and her husband are, whatever, right? But to me, okay, so when you adopt children, you don't immediately get to adopt a child. That child needs to be in the household for at least a year sometimes, right? So that and they have a social worker, and that social worker comes and checks on the family to make sure that you and this child are a good fit. You don't immediately adopt a child because you know what I'm saying? Like you may not fit with this child. This child may have such severe mental issues that the family can't handle it, and so they send the child back. That's the point of being a foster kid. It's like trial to see if they want you and want to keep you, and then you adopt them. You don't just automatically adopt a kid. Like,
but then also,
if you do adopt a kid, you can't return the kid like they were playing.
You cannot. That is absolute. Man, let me tell you, and I'm sorry I keep bringing up dogs. Do you know when you adopt a damn dog from the Humane Society, you have to take that dog back to the local Humane Society, and if you do not, it's like $5,000 that you have to pay. Like you can, because they put a chip in it before you even take it home. It got a chip. So if you like kill the dog and leave it in the bushes somewhere, and somebody scans that, yeah, you can get in trouble for that, like abandonment stuff. So I mean, with kids, you gotta be that careful with a dog. Imagine with a kid. Do you know
also to your point, or as brought up in the comments, I mean, he had a social worker, as Tracy said, he had a social worker in this, and she never came back to be like, how are things going?
Right.
Is he getting integrated into the family? Oh, he's having problems. All of a sudden, my sister got her ass whooped, and she's blaming it on my adopted kid. When the gerbil ends up in the soup, it ain't hard to figure out who did it. Like it's like he didn't just run out of the thing and climb up into the bowl. And I was like, oh, they went Fatal Attraction with this. I'm like,
and they actually, a child has to see a psychiatrist. You have to have a child psychiatrist that the child sees at least once or twice a week, because all of this is psychological, all of it, right? Yeah. So I don't know. They didn't do much research. They just kind of threw this movie together.
Crystal can't afford all of that.
I know they just wanted the kid in the house so he can start causing mischief. But it's like,
we gotta, Chucky.
Right? Just like I mean, it's like stepmother, like 15, like it's the same story, like every single time. It's just a family change, and he doesn't leave California, like he's in the same city, and again, no APB. He escaped again. Be on the lookout for this murdering child. Yeah. Like we've connected him to 4 other bodies. He cannot be shot. He cannot be killed. Just get another kid and he can handle it. But adults, do not approach this little boy because he's actually 55 years old. You just don't know it. So it's like, I mean, this is happening.
The next movie should start off with like a ComStat, like police department meeting where they're like, we don't want this to get out in the press. This little boy done got the best of a whole squad of people. So we're gonna look for him, but we don't want the press to find out because.
There you go, Jemani. There you go, Jemani. Be like, we cannot let the press, let the public know that we knew about this murderer and could not stop him. That he outran bullets. He outran fucking the police in broad daylight. Like, shh. But we got a task force out there looking for him. But like, yeah, you would think this would have made the news. Like at some point, they would have been like, oh, that little, oh, him, yo. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's crazy. I need plastic. I need plastic and a little shirt and him to be like, okay, mama, I gotta take care of you. I don't want to do this. But we need to get it to the Dexter level. Because or let him grow up, like let him be a teen. But I guess it's cuter when he's a kid, I guess. Like, but I need him a little bit older so I can take some of this stuff starts to make sense. Because I'm like, puberty. Anyway, we gotta quit so Jemani can finish the handyman. All right, Jemani, any final words?
If he does become a teenager, then the love interest won't be the neighbor. It just might be the mother in the household or whatever.
That's a good point.
Wow.
That's a good point. Well, he could try, Oedipus.
Well, yeah, and then when he gets turned down, then everybody just ends up dead.
I told her I wanted her. Then he kills the daddy quick. Also, I love this. The CGI was bullshit. Like, so again, this big old shot.
Oh my god, it was the fire in the very beginning CGI. I was like, are you kidding with this?
Trash.
And then when it was trash, and then with the whole shotgun thing, I was come on, like.
Come on.
We know damn well this is CGI. It's like obvious CGI.
The father's shoulder should have been gone. Like you can see they just ripped the shirt so you can see his tattoos, and they just put like ketchup on him. Yeah. And then like the auntie, they just put ketchup on her stomach. My mom got some ketchup on her shirt. I'm like, come on, like this is bad. But it was like bam. Like, anyway, it was hilarious.
I'm telling you, I have a different appreciation for Tubi movies once I started watching blaxploitation movies over the summer. They would shoot people and then they would just put bright red, like farmhouse paint on people. Yeah. And I was like, what? Well, there's no way anybody ever thought this was blood.
Sometimes you got to work with what you got. Come on, Jamal, you got to get to this movie. So
like, comment, subscribe, and give it a view. Adopted 2.
Thank you. And we'll be back for 3 because we're committed. All right. All right, Kim.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining the conversation. I'm sorry, it's a terrible movie. But if you want to watch it on a Sunday while you're cleaning the house, by all means, go ahead and do that. But anywho, thank you for joining the conversation. We truly appreciate each and every one of you. Share the video with anyone and everyone. Like, comment, and subscribe. Always watch the video to the very end. It's very important. And again, thank you very much. And we will be back with one more video. Again, it's called The Handyman, which it's a Tubi movie. It's not a good movie either. But anyway, thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye. Y'all gonna crap at these movies before we got to do that after you start watching the review because you may have liked it. I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys very much. Again, top of the hour, 6 o'clock, we're gonna do Handyman. Jamani's gonna finish watching it. There was some interesting parts to it. So I do look forward to that discussion. If you have any movies you want us to review, preferably Tubi or just something free, because I'm not gonna get all your streaming services. So put it in the comments. Put in the comments what you like for us to review. We will consider it. Maybe we'll add it to the roster. We got a lot of things coming up. We got Family Business is coming. Also soon Power Book 4 is coming in November. All's Fair is coming in November. So between late August, early November, a lot of new things we're going to be added to the weekly roster. And we can do some movies as we can. Just let us know. All right. See you soon. I will say thank you guys very much for hanging out with us. I see people watching, people in the chat.
I enjoy the view very much. I don't know what the fuck I was watching.
Rewatch this when we're done. Rewatch this. You'll see what we're talking about. You're going to be like, oh, shit.
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious.
You want to go there?
Oh, shit. Stacey, do your thing.
Fuck that shit.
But anyway, please like and share and comment on the video and all that kinds of stuff. As they say, we're just going to end this broadcast and say bye.